A very good afternoon, Team Zimbabwe, and welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this episode, we need to take a look on Advocate President Nelson Chamisa, Zimbabwe's most loved and respected statesman. Nelson Chamisa has graduated from being a politician and he has become a statesman. He's a man who understands the direction this country needs to take. He's a man who is working on a legacy which is not about himself, but about the current generation, the future generations, and the well-being of the people of Zimbabwe in general. And we need to take carefully a look on what President Nelson Chamisa has been doing for the past few months, which distinguishes him from any other characters which we have in the politics of Zimbabwe. Remember, there are several interviews which are being done at this moment in time, which are meant and directed to tarnish President Nelson Chamisa's image, such that when he tries to launch his moves, then the people of Zimbabwe will not have trust in him, and we need to dispel all such actions. So Nelson Chamisa, as a statesman, he never insulted or called Professor Ncube and Tendai Biti names. Rather, he kept them close to him. He kept them through within the movement up until they betrayed the movement and they destroyed the movement to ashes. That is Nelson Chamisa for you. It shows his character as a statesman. And, there are these characteristics of statesmen which are very important. Nelson Chamisa is a man with a sense of justice. He's a man who values justice more than everything else. He wants equality amongst the people. But when he's actually leading, he always makes sure that there is justice amongst the people he is leading. So if you take a look on Professor Ncube and Tendai Biti, they failed to read or understand the mind of President Nelson Chamisa as a man with a sense of justice. That is the reason why he didn't fire Tendai Biti, despite the fact that there was overwhelming evidence of him being a sellout. The same applies to Ncube. There was overwhelming evidence that these people were colluding with the regime, but President Nelson Chamisa didn't rush to fire them. That is a man of justice. Justice is now punishing these two gentlemen, and they don't know what to do. They are trying by all means to revive their political careers. It's because these men are political careers. They are not in politics for the sake of justice or for the sake of the people. They are in politics for the sake of themselves, their tummies, and for the sake of their own political muscles. So you'd see that if a leader does have virtue, if a leader does have sense of justice, then if you put together with wisdom, you will see that a leader is a statesman. And a leader must not only have a sense of justice, wisdom, only. A leader must have dignity. He must have dignity, his life, his way of doing things himself. He must make sure that he is dignified. And President Nelson Chamisa has managed to do that. As a statesman, he's a very generous man and a down-to-earth man, a man who associates with each and every person. Take a look on President Nelson Chamisa. Ncube and team, they are saying, we want MDC 99 to be revived. We want the true cadres of the opposition to be revived. And President Nelson Chamisa is saying, no, we need everybody. Those who started the opposition, those who joined the opposition in the middle, and those who have to join the opposition in the future. We want everybody to be connected. President Nelson Chamisa is talking about competence taking precedence over everything else. That is a true statesman who understands that while it is good to do slogans, it is also good for the people who are supposed to lead to have ideas, and ideas must supersede slogans. That is President Nelson Chamisa for you. If personally, myself, I am not good in terms of leadership, I must leave somebody with leadership qualities to take over, especially when it comes to issues of positions. I cannot force myself on a position which I feel or I see that I cannot deliver in such a position. I must let somebody with capacity, capabilities, and ideas to actually carry over. President Nelson Chamisa is one of the people who can actually discern and see with this person does have qualities in A, B, C, D, and this person does have qualities in A, B, C, D. Let this person take this role and let this person take this role. That is the reason why you have seen for the first time in the history of politics, the MPs in parliament fought so hard to win without the much needed finances, with nothing. They fought so hard to win in parliament. And President Nelson Chamisa fought so hard to make sure that he attends rallies. That is what a statesman does. He sacrifices for the future generations. He was doing it for the future generations. But what did these charlatans do? These charlatans who are insulting right now were busy sleeping in their beautiful homes with their beautiful wives and with their children. And they never cared about the people. Why? Is because they are far away from being statesmen. So it's something very important in Zimbabwe. Right now, they've launched a campaign to make sure that they insult President Nelson Chamisa, they tarnish his image, they do whatever they can do. So during the days of President Tsvangirai, Nelson Chamisa never splitted from Morgan Tsvangirai. He never left Morgan Tsvangirai. It doesn't mean that there were no disagreements. Yes, disagreements might be there or were there, but Nelson Chamisa never left Morgan Tsvangirai. He stood with Morgan Tsvangirai through thick and thin. Why? He believed that there was a need for change. He believed that no matter the circumstances, there was need for a country to have change. Take a look at the background of Nelson Chamisa. It's laughable. If you take a look on Nelson Chamisa then, when the movement was launched, and take a look on Nelson Chamisa now, you can see how he transformed from being Nelson Chamisa, who was the big career, and to Nelson Chamisa, who is now the president of the main opposition, and a man who won elections twice but was denied the right to take over by the coup masters. So this has been happening. There is no video in which you see Nelson Chamisa insulting Ncube or Tendai Biti. He respects them, but they are busy calling him a dictator. They are busy calling him all sorts of names. I've seen Ncube having an interview. He was talking of so many things which he was blaming President Nelson Chamisa of doing or accusing President Nelson Chamisa. But these are falsehoods. Why? It's because right now they have launched an attack which is meant to make sure that they finish off President Nelson Chamisa. Their plan was derailed, and they are now trying to put themselves together. And that is the reason why they've deployed the likes of Wana Jacob Mafume, because they know Wana Jacob Mafume, they're so good in terms of saying bad things about President Nelson Chamisa from the past. That is the role they played in the past. So I'm dedicating this episode to the people of Zimbabwe to say, let us copy the statesmanship of President Nelson Chamisa and make sure that we stand with him through thick and thin. Change is coming to the nation of Zimbabwe.